So just to give you an example, the trade show I did recently was a real estate one. So if I was to analyse other people, other stalls at the show, I would say for a real estate agent, if they were to pay $2,500 for their stand, all they would need would be one client out of those 10,000 people resulting from that show to make it worthwhile. The reason for that, they charge probably a 2% commission. If they were to sell a house for $400,000, that client would make them $8,000 or their company. So for an outlay of $2,500, they've obviously made a profit just from that one client. On the other hand, if I was to go in there and try and sell books on real estate for $30 each, I would have to sell 100 books at $30 just to make $3,000. So I need 100 clients to make, just to sort of break even on that exercise. And at that point it may not be worth it. So it's really assessing what sort of business you're in and how it's going to work. In the case of the book, what a better idea may be would be to joint venture with someone already on that stall. So what I mean by that is, rather than outlaying that $2,500, why not say to a magazine subscription, for any sale you get, they can have a free copy of my book, or someone else, if they sign up to my database, they can have a free copy of my book. If your book was to cost $5 to print and you were prepared to give away 500 books, that's the outlay of $2,500 anyway. So maybe that's a better use of your money and time. So just some ideas I'm throwing around here. Again, what I like to do is to get your creative juices flowing, and what I've done is I go to a lot of seminars and I observe what the best in the business do. So I've learnt from those sort of people, and I've adapted that to my own businesses. I'll now finish with the week 4 of your course with the Business Academy Online, which is offline marketing. I'm a real big fan of offline to online marketing because I think there's a lot of clutter on the internet. Personally, I would wake up every morning with at least 10 emails in my inbox, all from automatically generated systems. So I'm not getting personal emails anymore from friends and family. What I'm getting is emails from mailing lists which I've signed up to in the past. Now, I am interested in these things. However, if I'm getting 10 every morning, there's only so much I can actually look at, and of the things I do look at, how much is actually sticking in my brain and how much of that is going to result in a sale for those businesses. So I just think that you have to be very wary of having an online and offline presence. And the great thing about this is you can actually do your offline marketing from online anyway. What I mean by that is, for example, my book, I wrote that from my laptop at home. I did all the process of that. It's actually an offline marketing piece, but now I can promote that in other ways, in joint venture online and all those types of things, to get some offline material out there. And I just think the other really important thing with offline marketing is the personal touch that it gives. Again, hopefully this video is more of a personal touch than just writing something down or having my voice over an audio. I wanted you to be able to see me and put a few slides up just to make it a bit more interactive and a bit more interesting for you to watch, so you don't turn me off too quickly, hopefully. Well, if you're here now, it's week 4, so you've done well to listen this far. But statistics show that most people, when they get home from work or wherever they've been, they go to their mailbox and they'll flick through their mail, and most cases it'll be bill, letter from grandma or whatever. And of course you can open the letter from grandma first. So what we want to do with our offline marketing is have that effect on people, that amongst all that junk mail and clutter, so the other thing you're bringing in at the same time is your junk mail, and you just look through and go, no, that's buying a new TV, this is the local real estate agent, this is whatever. There's very little chance that you're going to look through that. But if you want to send your prospect or client a personal letter through the mail, it's going to be the first thing they open, and number one, it's going to get opened instead of just thrown out, and it's going to get read, and it's going to give that client or prospect a feeling that you care about them. So I think that's really important. And to prove this point, I mentioned earlier about my friend Dale Beaumont. When I bought a product off him a few years back, he sent me a postcard from overseas saying, thank you for that, if there's anything I can do, let me know. And this actually came straight from Dale. And that postcard is still on my wall today, long after all the birthday cards, Christmas cards, and all these other things, from people I know far better. but the fact that they went to that trouble, I really appreciated that. So I suppose the offline marketing side of things is how can you make your prospect or client feel that you appreciate them as well. So I think it's a very, very important step. And it's just the little things are the big things. It might cost you, $1 or $2 to send out a postcard or a card to someone, which is a client. However, that small investment will pay you back massive dividends for you in the future. The other way you can go about it, of course, is to write them a thank you email. But again, that might be mistaken for clutter. So it's just going through that process of building a relationship. And the thing is now, whenever Dale sends me an email, and I get these 10 emails a day, I do read Dale. So even though he sent me that one offline marketing piece, or he sent me a few, it means that when he sends me online marketing, I actually do read it every time, and he goes to the top of the pile in that sense. So it's just one of those things that's important to combine the two strategies. I'll just wrap up now with the action step. And like I mentioned, or I've been talking throughout this presentation about what are some offline strategies that you can use today. So I want you to write down, if you haven't already during the course, is to write down 3 potential offline marketing strategies that you can use in your business. So for me, with this book, for example, one offline marketing strategy is to send a letter, a well-written, copy-written piece to a whole heap of schools, tell them who I am, my point of difference, and ask if I can speak to their students or do a presentation. And I'd also send them a copy of the book in the process. So that's one offline strategy I could use with that particular business. Another offline strategy I could use, let's just stick with this theme, if I was to speak at a school, I would then write them a letter and say, thank you very much, I really appreciated you giving me the opportunity to speak at your school. And what that's going to do is to create repeat business, number one. And number two, what schools do is every year they have principals meetings and they all interact and see what they're doing. So when it comes to a topic going, we've had some great speakers at our school, the name Chris Ballasini is going to come to the top of the list, because not only did Chris give us a whole heap of books for our library and he was really great with the students, he sent us a card and thanked us for our time. And just compare that to what you would usually do in business, and you'd find that that's really going to make you stick out from the crowd. So again, that's probably my second strategy I can think of. If I was to go a third offline marketing strategy, maybe I'd get a testimonial from that school, and in my next marketing piece I could send out to people, I would include some of the testimonials from other schools I've spoken at. So again, it's offline, but within all these offline strategies, I would go to www.chrisballasini.com and give people the opportunity to sign up to my database and to see more about me. Well, that's it for now. That's about my half-hour wrap-up of the last month. I thank you very, very much for being part of the Business Academy Online. I appreciate you wanting to further your education. That's what I love about, I guess, life, that we're always learning, always trying to do better. So I congratulate you for being part of this course. I'm really looking forward to meeting you one day if I haven't already. Good luck for the next few months in the course, and I'll see you one day. Bye for now.